guys, it's Ryan here from CNR Reviews. As you can see, we have the Mossberg 500 12 gauge shotgun here, and I'm going to be doing a disassembly video for you guys because it's a little bit more complicated than the Remington 870. The Remington 870 is very clear, and everything kind of comes out in like 3 or 4 pieces. This one, there's a few more. So you start off here actually by undoing the nut that holds your barrel on. But right before you do that, you want to pull your, sorry guys, I'm trying to get nice and close here for you, but you want to pull your action a little bit farther back, probably about halfway. Okay, and then you want to undo your nut. And that's just at the top of the magazine tube. Okay, after that's undone, you can just pull your barrel off. It comes clean off. Okay. So now we get to the more complicated part. That's the easy part of this whole thing. Once you guys do this a few times, it will become easier for you. First thing you do, turn the gun on its side. I'll move some stuff out of here. Sorry, here's my punch. You're going to need a punch. You can use an Allen wrench or something like that, but something that's going to be able to punch out this pin back here by the trigger. So just right above the trigger, you're going to it should just come right out. Make sure you save it, because you're going to have to put it back in. Okay, just put that over to the side. Now you can pull out your trigger assembly. You want to start from the back here, and you just kind of pull out, and there's your trigger assembly. Do not disassemble this, guys. It's very complicated to get back together. If you want to clean it, take some powder blaster or something like that, break free, spray it in there, have it dry, okay, and then you can spray like some Rem oil, something like that, with a little nozzle, and so you can get the oil back in the actual action parts. Okay, so you can just go ahead and take this and set this to the side as well. Now, since you guys moved your action back, that actually moves your carrier assembly back in the receiver. And if you move it forward, if you kind of move it back and forward, you're going to get these 2 little pieces that pop out. And what these do is these actually hold the shells in, and they actually help it kind of when you cock it, it helps it kind of actually go up into the chamber, along with this other part, which I'm going to be taking out. So you take this one out, and this one comes from the open side. Okay, you got that little dot there, and so you're going to get that one. It has a little dot on it. So you're going to put that to the side as well, along with your trigger. Then on the other side, you can just use your nail or something like that. You know, pop out the other side as well. Now remember, it does have that little catch there. You guys can see that. And again, that holds in the shells. So I'll tell you guys how to put that back in. Now, when you're moving back and forth your assembly, your bolt carrier is actually going to pop up a little bit, and you can just take that and grab that out as well, and that comes out. And set that over to the side. Now you can take your action out, just pull it out the front, slide it off the tube, and set that to the side. Now you actually take out what helps push the shells up into the chamber. It's this thing right here. And what you want to do is you want to squeeze it a little bit. Actually, you can slide out your bolt first, and that actually comes out the front. You can set that to the side as well. And then you can take this part out, because you actually have to squeeze it and pop it out of the 2 dimples on the side here, these things. I don't know if you guys can see that moving there. So they're on both sides. You just kind of take it and squeeze it together, twist it, and it comes out. and you're empty.
That is significantly more steps than the 870.
Yeah, the 870, guys, is very, very, very easy. I will actually do another disassembly video of the Remington because our first one is not very good quality. So I'm actually going to do another disassembly video of the Remington to show you guys the difference between these two. So now I'm going to put it back together for you because it's kind of a beast. Okay, so in this stage right here, you would be able to clean the receiver out and things like that. I actually there's really not a super easy way to get this off. You can put something down there like a cleaning rod or something like that if you really wanted to get in there with a patch, but it's really not gonna get all super dirty, guys, because you're not actually going to be, like, no powder is going to be getting inside of the magazine tube. It's just going to be holding your rounds. So that shouldn't get super dirty. If you guys want to clean it, you can go in through this side also and just depress the plunger or the follower in there, and you can clean it that way. So, which the follower may get a little bit dirty. You guys spray some of that cleaner in there as well. So here we go. You take this piece. Looks like a, I don't know, a pair of tongs, and you want to put it into these. You want to put this little part here, this little catch on both sides, into these holes. There's the hole. There it is. All right. This may be a little bit difficult. Just keep working at it, guys. It is kind of a pain. Just keep working at it and you'll get it. Come on now. There it goes. Alright, so that's in. You want to pull that up. And you want to put your bolt in like this, okay? When your gun is upside down and the bottom of the receiver is up, this is the way you want to put your bolt in, or your actual firing pin in. What you can do is you can just basically slide that in. You want to push that back a little bit, guys. Okay. Now you can take your pump assembly and actually put that back on. Alright, and you want to make sure that it fits into these little grooves in the front here. So once you get it in there, some of this actually makes you use two hands because they do like to turn a little bit. There you go. And now if you guys can see on the inside here, there are some actual rails that these follow in, and you have to kind of push the rails on the action assembly down a little bit to fit into these rails. So I don't know if you guys can see that there. And there you go. So those will actually slide in. Okay, and you want to make sure that you're going to push it where this little notch here, right here, is just past the end of this rail. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your carrier and this little part, the little hook part, you guys can see that there, the little hook part actually goes in to this part of your firing pin. Just kind of drop that in there. Okay, and you can kind of jimmy things around to make sure everything fits. Maybe move your firing pin forward a little bit. Move your slide back a little bit, things like that. And then everything will start kind of sliding together. Let me see here. Actually move that. Sometimes you have to move this a little bit forward. Remember, it should be about halfway back. The firing pin should be about halfway back in this opening right here, your ejection port. There you go. And you'll feel it when it snaps in, guys, because it'll be flush. These little grooves here will fit into that groove that I was telling you about before on those rails. Okay, that's why you're going to want it to be just on the other side of that rail. So, and then you'll see the other part of the rail right behind this carrier. Now you can start putting these parts back in, these little bars. Okay, and you want to make sure this little hook part, right here, goes towards the magazine. Okay, so it goes like this. Okay, and you want these the little serrations here, or this gap here, to go to the top of the gun. So you just kind of sit it in there just like that. Okay, and it'll meet the back end of this right here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that there. I'll try to show it to you. But it'll fit right there. The other side will fit the exact opposite way, and remember, it's got this little dimple that needs to fit into this hole right here on the side of your receiver. So this one's a little bit easier to put in. You can just snap it right in. Alright, there it goes. Do not move your action at this point, guys, because these little bars that we just put in are going to fall out. So now you can put your trigger assembly back in, and you want to put it in like this first, kind of nosedive it in, and then snap it back down in the back. If you've replaced your stock, your factory stock, it may be a little bit hard to put your trigger assembly back in, but just kind of, make sure that you have enough clearance right here. So
we encourage you to replace your factory stock.
Yes. The Hogue Tamer, just to let you guys know, if you put a Hogue Tamer pistol grip on this, you have to remove the Hogue Tamer every time you take the gun down. So I don't know, we may try to find a way to modify that, where you don't have to do it, maybe grind away a little bit and make this little notch right here. This is the Hogue LOP stock, standard stock, and this one has the little notch. So the next step would be just kind of put your finger there to hold the trigger group in. It's not super loose, but you just want to make sure that it stays in the correct position. You want to take that pin from the beginning and put it right back in, and it should go right in. Alright, now you're able to put your barrel back on. And keep your gun the same way, and the barrel will keep your action the same way. Your barrel should just slide in like that, and you want to tighten your screw down here. There she goes. Alright, make sure that's nice and tight. Move your action forward. Make sure it works. Make sure your firing pin works. Take off your safety. Again, it is unloaded. The gun works. Make sure your safety works. Yep, safety works. And there you go, guys. That is the disassembly and reassembly of the Mossberg 500 12-gauge shotgun. If you guys have any questions on this procedure, ask me, and I will try to help you out as much as I can. I know it's difficult if you guys have never broken down this weapon before. So, again, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. We have plenty of videos out there on the Mossberg 500 and a ton of other firearms and accessories. So, again, if you guys have any questions, let us know. This is Ryan from CNR Reviews. Thanks for watching.